Hello all, and welcome to LK Farm. Today is a long anticipated day that I've been wanting to do a review on this tractor, this particular tractor. I bought this tractor about 3.5 years ago, right after the pandemic, and I had just retired, and this is my retirement kind of gift. Most people, they buy Corvette and boat and what have you. I prefer to buy a tractor, and I'm a retired engineer, and there's nothing more I love is to tinker with mechanical equipment, mechanical stuff, and yeah, this is this tractor has been very helpful to me in the last 3.5 years, and I have put it to good use. And you can tell from the dirt and stuff stuck on it, it's been through some miles. I've got 400 and some hours, 460, so let's say 470 hours in 3.5 years. That's not bad. I don't use it to cut grass or anything like that for a long period of time. I just use it around the house to help me lift stuff, dig stuff, and move stuff. And yeah, I've done a lot of projects with it in the last 3.5 years. And some of those projects are coming up, and that will be shown on YouTube on this channel. So just stay tuned. I have done some interesting projects, such as a French drain around the house, septic field rerouting, and yeah, and the building behind us. I did all the pad and grading, and with this tractor, it's been a workhorse. It's been a workhorse. But first, I would like to get it washed up, and because I do not want to show it and go over and review and talk about different areas that I like and don't like, and problems with it. So we have seen in the last 3.5 years, and really, it's got some good stuff. It's got some bad stuff, and it's got stuff in between. So it's no different from any other equipment. So whenever you buy a car or truck or trailer or a tractor, you're going to find some good stuff on them, and some bad stuff, and some stuff that you don't care about. And that's how it's been. But I have enjoyed it. I really have enjoyed it. Just to be upfront, and before you you don't have to wait until the end to know my opinion. I really love this tractor, and if I have to buy it, I'll buy it again. And I'm thinking about, if I sell this one, I will get me a bigger one, maybe a 75 horsepower. I have a 50-acre farm, and you do need some horsepower. All right, let me get it washed, and we'll continue this review right after I washed. And we talk about what we've done to it, and how it performed. All right, see you after washing it. All right, I'm getting ready to pressure wash the tractor. As you can see, it's pretty nasty. I've already cleaned or removed any excess grease around all the bushings and the pins. And the reason behind it, if you're going to ever wash a tractor with all this grease, or any kind of equipment that has a lot of grease points, and that grease is going to end up on your driveway or whatever you wash it on. It happened to me before, and that grease stayed around for a long time. You can't walk around it, because you're going to track it everywhere you go. So I removed it as much as I could, so you won't be no more clumps of grease falling down on the ground. And so that's one advice that I'd like to give everybody. As you can see, it's pretty much cleaned up. I got some paper towels and clean them up. Now I'm getting ready to air blow this radiator and the filter. Never done it before. It started to want to go into regen, but I don't think it's completely ready, because it's every once I cut it off, sometimes it doesn't give me any regen notice, and sometimes it does. So I'm gonna let it keep going until it won't go. I hate damn regen. It's just, to me, it's a waste of fuel. I don't know, you're wasting that much fuel, 20 minutes of running at high RPM. I'm not sure if that's doing any good than burning, 60 hours of regular operating with very little. I don't put my tractor to a high RPM, because I know I don't need it. Yeah, I need to empty down here with the dirt, so I might need to start and empty it. But as you can see, it's pretty nasty. So let's give it a wash, and we'll go from there. Man, I've been at it for about at least an hour. That grease, it is tough. I'm gonna have to lock right here. It's just unbelievable. After soap, and we're wiping it with soap and pressure wash it twice. Still, but I think it came out looking pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna dry it, and I'm gonna probably do a hand degreasing on certain spots, and then we'll let it dry up good. All right, this is the second time I've washed it, and this time it is really tough. I still a lot of places that could use some cleaning back there, but I got grease all over me, little pieces of grease. I'm soaking wet from it's not sweat, it's just water splashes on. I should have wore some kind of raincoat, especially from the splashes of grease. Yeah, it's okay. I got plenty of these t-shirts. It's Fruit of the Loom t-shirts, a dime a dozen. All right, let's go around and look around. And when it dries up, we'll go over the review, and we'll talk about what's good, what's not good. All right, we'll be back. Okay, all right, completed all the washing. I try to remove as much grease smudges that are visible. Some of them are, but I think got most of them. He can't clean it like you. I am not young enough like I used to. I used to clean a car and detail it really well. Yeah, those years are long gone. All right, let's start our review of this TYM 474 hydrostat transmission, hydrostatic transmission, and this is a 2022 model, bought in March of 22, and today is August 25, so that's about 3.5 years. And I've got a cheat sheet with me here, so what we're going to start is we're going to start with the areas of problems found with the past 3.5 years. My biggest problem, one of the biggest problem, is the bucket flop. You cannot do landscaping or land leveling moving forward. You can back and do a float, much easier than if you're trying to move forward and you're trying to level the ground in front of you. Just the bucket will flop on you and it will dig. That is annoying as heck. I do not find that excusable. I think control should be able to eliminate that flop. But I found later on that this is not typical of a TYM tractor. It's a lot of other tractors has it, including the Kubotas. But some of the YouTube channels that I watched on this problem, they say that increasing the flow to the hydraulics will solve some of the problem. I tried, it did not solve. I run it at high RPM with it did not solve the problem. Mine kept doing it. So you can't level you're trying to do a leveling gravel, and yeah, it's very tough. That's number one. Number two, the boom welding that on this model, let me see what BY75. I think the hydraulics are too strong for the design of this boom of this backhoe. Truly, that's my opinion. Here's the problem. What there? All that came apart. It did not break. The weld loosened up from the base metal, and based on that, I mean, look at the welds in here. So look how small these welds are. That's why I'm calling it. The welds were not adequate for the function of this metal that is going to behave. Let's go to the other side and look. And it cracked all the way over here, all the way over here. So I had the guy came in, professional welder, and he re-prepared, he put a shafer on it and re-welded it. And look how big that weld is that he put in there. So, and look at the weld, the existing weld. That's what blew apart. I mean, the whole thing. So now we have a weak part. We have a weak zone. So for that reason, based on the weld sizes and based on the model of this backhoe, I do not recommend the backhoe for this tractor. It just not designed for the power of this tractor, for the hydraulic pump of this tractor. Plus, I mean, I use it a lot because I don't have an excavator. If I have an excavator, I'll be selling this backhoe. The day after I buy an excavator, I'm gonna sell this backhoe because it's. I've used it, you know, on any time I needed to dig anything, which that's all I have. But if I have an excavator, yeah, I will never use it. It's just knowing what an excavator can do. Yeah, if you don't have anything, that will work. That will be fine. But yeah, so that welding on this implement are not up to par. And coming in at number 3 are problems that I found. I mean, look at this hydraulic line. This is on my model. I know I've seen others, especially the latest ones like 20, 24, 25. They don't have this problem. So a lot of people must have complained. Look how much they stick out of the... I know the wheels are not straight. Let me straighten the wheels up. I'll try to straighten it. It's good enough, but they stick out way out. So you're always in be careful mode to not snag those lines. And yeah, that to me, that's an ugly design, just pure ugly design. I think TYM engineers should do much better. Next, although these are not problems specific to the TYM, Well, let's see the ones that are not crucial first. The bucket cylinder, yeah, there used to be an aluminum little bracket, small bracket, just right here, held by this clamp, stainless steel clamp. It fell off one time. I found it, I put it back on, and then it fell off again, and I've never found it. And there it happens the first 4 or 5 months. So I've been without a protection. I think they should have done better design. That's another ugly design on behalf of TYM engineers. And problems that I keep finding a lot, I come across a lot, is the bolts on this backhoe. Only on the backhoe. You don't find nothing on the tractor or other implements. They loosen up. They are loosening constantly. Case in point, this is loose right now. Look, my hand. This one is loose. When I was washing them, I can see them moving. Our pressure washer. So, and then the biggest ones are these bolts. This right here, holding the whole mechanism. There's 2 of them. This one here and the other side. They are constantly loosening, and every time they loosen and you're running the tractor, this thing keeps flopping, and then you think something's going on, something's wrong. So I put even red Loctite, and they loosen up again. So I probably need to put a half of a can of that red Loctite so they won't loosen anymore. Crazy. Yeah, I do not recommend a backhoe on a tractor. I should have saved my money and bought me a used excavator, small excavator. For the money now, you can buy a 1 ton and 1.5 ton for the same amount of money. For this backhoe, you can buy an excavator, a gasoline powered small excavator. And I think, and then one last thing. Problems is the third function relay switch, which is down here, this WR long ink. This switch here, it went bad after 1.5 years. So I had to get it replaced, and I called. Speaking about the dealer. I think they've been great. They helped me, and they answered questions and responsibly, on time, and when I need to order something from them, like filters or anything else, they're really responsive. So the dealer is doing their best job, and I would highly recommend them to anybody that wants to do business with them. But I just wanted to go over this stuff. One thing that I when I approached the dealer about this crack on the boom right here, they really said that if it was within 1 year, they will replace it. He said they can send me another one, a new one, for about half of what this cost, the whole unit cost. And I said no. I said I'm gonna get it repaired. I spent $250 and repaired this, so it's a far cry from $3,000. All right, that's problems that I found. Let's go second. Let's talk about what attracted me. What's the good things about this tractor? Like I said on my earliest comment, is if I have to buy a tractor again, I will do it again in a heartbeat. That's how good I like this tractor. And it's got power, it's got comfort, and it's got features that I did not have to spend an arm and a leg to help me out around this farm. And I don't do a lot of, I don't do hay or cut grass with it, but it just helps me around the house. I'm not getting any younger, and both of my kids moved out of here, so I need something to help me lift stuff. And so yeah, the number one item is, I guess, of course, is the price. The price for what I got it out of the dealership, out of the door dealership, with four implements. The bucket comes standard, and the backhoe comes with, as a package. I had a 3-point box blade. I had a forklift, forks, and a grapple, and that's it, and the bucket with the way you see it, and the canopy. I've added the canopy when I bought it, and also I've added this mechanical thumb. So it's not a hydraulic thumb, it's just a mechanical thumb. It's adjustable. It's very easy adjustable, and I have not used it much. It was around $35,000, and you go buy this out of the John Deere or a Kubota dealer. I went to the Kubota dealer over here. They didn't even think that I was going to buy a tractor. It's almost like they didn't care. You buy one from them or not, they don't care. So that attitude immediately turned me off against them, and they're much closer dealership than any other manufacturer. So I ended up buying this. The price is what makes me one of the factors that had me decide. The features that came with the tractor standard, like the third function that was installed already, the remotes for hydraulic remotes that come standard, and the telescoping arms right here. Do you know how hard it is to mount a 3-point without any specialties? So you have those telescoping arms, and it makes it a lot easier. And another great feature is this little lever here. You could operate the 3-point from here instead of going from the seat. So it's very handy, and it's very easy. So you don't have to go to the seat and look back to adjust it to make sure the height is correct. So you are standing right over here and adjusting them. That's it's some of the features that were standard. And the size of the motor for the class of the tractor. Most the one I saw that fits in the class that I was looking for came with the 38 horsepower motors. This one had a 48 horsepower motor. Another feature that attracted me is the loader capacity. That loader, as compared to others from what I've read, it was higher than any other ones. Even the arcade tractor, I've looked at those. They were pretty much the same thing, but they didn't have the same range and horsepower tractors as a TYM, and so they lost out on this niche, on this class tractors. So yeah, the lifting capacity is incredible. With the grapple, I was able to lift an incredible amount of weight and lumber and logs. All right, that's the item that attracted me to. Let's talk next. Third, as a added feature that I that I think some of them should have come with the tractor. One of them is a loader, this bucket loader with bucket teeth. I've got one. It's not installed. I think that needs, you know, if you're gonna buy a tractor with a bucket, you need those teeth. Second, anybody operating an equipment that is going to be overheating, or especially that has any kind of region, you need a fire extinguisher. It's to me, I think it's a must from safety point of view. It's only, I think, $25 or $30, and you get two of them. I got one mounted over here and one mounted on my Caterpillar. That's a necessity. And I think tractors should come with some kind of place as a toolbox. For 2021 at that time, or even I'm not sure what they have now. You need some kind of toolbox to put your your pins or whatever you need. I started making a bracket to put a plastic toolbox. I did buy a toolbox, but it was hard to stabilize it, so it started scratching my paint, so I took it off. And yeah, you need some kind of toolbox. My Farm Oil 140, it's a 1972, and it's got a toolbox. So go figure. Oh, and the Backhoe stabilizer. I did mention that this tractor is I believe is stronger, has more power for this backhoe. This stabilizer's pads, I had to add this angle up here, and without them, it was just slip sliding like everywhere. I mean, in the grass, on dirt, anything. So when I installed this angle, it has helped it tremendously, but it still slides, but it did help it a lot. And it cost me, I think, about $50 to add those to both sides. Next thing this is kind of not really nice looking, but it does the job, is this that holds these legs from sagging. If you park it and you let it overnight or so, or even not even overnight, an hour ago, you find them halfway down. So if you park near a car or something, yeah, they'll scratch you, or whatever you park beside of it. I've got one on both sides, and side mirrors, or mirrors in general. I've added these mirrors. I wish I bought the bigger ones. Probably need one that about a good 10 or 12 inches by 9. This is a 5 by 9. I need a 9 by 12. That will work much better. And they are magnetic, and they hold really well. They don't fall off that easy. I've never had them fall off on me. So I think the side mirrors should have come with the tractor. And I think I'm planning on adding a LED light bar, probably mounted over there. And but the need has not materialized, so that's why I haven't had it. And lastly, I think there should be a place to mount or place an axe or a chainsaw to go with you. I mean, right now when I go anywhere in the woods I put my chainsaw in my backhoe bucket, or in the front bucket. But most of the time I have the grapple with me, so I can't put the chainsaw in the grapple. Okay, and some of the and lastly on the review is some of the stuff that really annoying features, but this is not necessarily of a TYM, but it is found in other tractors also. The Tier 4 region crap. But for people who buy this type of utility tractors, they're not going to be running it 8 hours a day, 5 or 6 days a week. I've got 470 hours in 3.5 years. So I'm averaging a little bit over 100, what is that, 100 and about 150 hours, not more, a year. How much pollution I've got? But I have already, I'm getting ready to do my 4th region. So I've already done 3 regions. And a lot of people region sometimes even more often. That is annoying. Something that is typical to my tractor is this tire here has a slow leak on the rim. We could not find the leak on the tire, on the rubber, for as many times as we tried. So it has to be on the rim. So I've got a small rim leak, and you can't leave it for a few months and go somewhere and if you come back, you'll find the tire off the rim, and trying to put the tire back on the rim, good luck. And last is the location of the seat of the backhoe. It is way far. Sometimes you feel like, you wanted to operate either or from that seat or that seat, but you can't. They are way too far. You cannot, increase the, like you say, you need more power, so you need to increase the engine RPM. You have to get down and go over there and turn the RPM up. And one thing that if you're going to operate the boom or the backhoe for any long period of time, this right here, it will kill your knees, because you're going to be doing a lot of shaking. And he'll put some bruises on your knee. It did on mine anyhow. All right, I think that's all the review I have. So to close out, I think for the price and for the power and for the features, a TYM tractor or an RK tractor, they are about the same. Or even nowadays, I think from what I understand, Branson now is part of the TYM, and I've always thought Branson was a TYM tractor anyhow. But I think they're all the same. They are worth it. To a small farmer, I really don't farm, but I do own a small farm. It helps me around. This is the best buck for your money to buy. You can buy a John Deere, or you can buy a Kubota or a Bobcat even. I think Bobcat makes tractors, and what is that? Coyote and yeah, all those make some good tractors, but you're going to pay for it. Were they any better? I don't know. I've owned for the last 35-40 years some farm old tractors, and that's all I've owned, and I'm still using them. I've got 2 farm old 140s, and so as far as longevity, from what I could see, from the standpoint of breakage or coming down on, like I said, the third function relay switch gone bad, and that weld on the backhoe that went, that well, it's not part of the tractor, so not everybody will buy a backhoe. And again, I do not advise to buy a backhoe. I mean, if you don't have anything, yeah, go ahead. But yeah, I think for the money, you can't go wrong. And if I have to do it all over again, knowing what I know, and yeah, I will buy it again. I will do the same thing. I did a lot of research back during the pandemic, and I did probably hundreds of reviews of tractors and different and finally decided on this, and so I'm happy with it. This is it's been a good tractor for me. It cranks on first spot, and you don't even have to preheat it. I do preheat it every time, even in the summertime, but you can crank it in without it. It does need a new change oil for both hydraulic and engine oil, and I think it also needs a gear oil change. But the next one move is to do a regen, to complete the 4th regen. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked this presentation, please give it a thumbs up, and subscribe if you are not subscribed. We're going to be showing a lot of projects that I've done with this tractor. You'll be amazed. This tractor is capable. It is capable. So we'll be doing a lot of project digging, especially digging, and this driveway was done. All the gravel was laid with this tractor, and we done a building pad, a big metal building pad with this tractor. Yeah, this is a workhorse. All right, thanks a lot again.